Hello my wonderful people, please let it be on record that in this year 2024 I'm the first person to prepare kwechiri no gree stew. Hashtag no gree for anybody. I'm the first person to prepare this stew. So let's go ahead, guys. The first thing I'll do is to wash my chicken. After washing my chicken, I went ahead to put it in a boiling pot, added my pepper, my fresh pepper to it. Then the next thing I went in with is this Benny chicken flavor. What is your chicken seasoning without this Benny? Now the next thing I added was my curry, my Gino curry, right? That was the first thing that was the next thing I added to my chicken. The next thing I added was my kitchen glory seasoning, so spices, sorry. And I added my nutmeg, I added my ginger, my powdered ginger to it. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is this chicken spices. After that, I'll go ahead and stir a little bit and then taste. After tasting, I added more my Knorr seasoning. I added this chicken spices too. I added my pepper. I already blended this yellow and red pepper, so I love it that way because there's this flavor it gives to my stew. After that, I added my Mr. Chef salt, my salt for life. So I added it and I went ahead to stir properly. Then I covered my pot. So a few minutes later, I came back to check on it and it's already steaming properly. Please pardon me, this vapor is already covering my camera. So after cooking my chicken, I decided to just pour it out on a separate bowl because I'm going to use this pot to cook my stew. So that's why I separated it. So the first thing I'm going to be adding is my King's groundnut oil. After adding my groundnut oil, I added my onions. I added my blended tomatoes. This tomato contains a lot of things. I blended a lot of things into it. So this is like the first plate. It's like 2 plates. Then I added the remaining one. I stirred a little bit and I covered my pot. Then we're going to come back the next few minutes later to check on our stew. Wow, the tomato water has already dried. So I'm going to go in with my Sonia mix tomatoes. I've put in the first one. This is like the second one. Remember, I'm making this stew in a bigger quantity because I'm going to store it in the fridge. So I went ahead and added some fresh pepper to it. I added my crayfish. What is your stew without crayfish? Like I love crayfish a lot. So I added crayfish and I stirred it. I added my chicken stock. Don't forget to add your chicken stock, okay? So I stirred. The next thing I added my chicken, okay? So I added my chicken and I added some extra water. Then I went in with my spicity. This spicity gives a lot of color to your stew. This thing I'm adding here is ehuru. That's what we call it in Igbo language, ehuru. So after that I stirred, and as you can see, my stew is already doing. So as easy as that was, we are done. So what I'm gonna do is to dish it out into this bowl because I'm gonna be storing it in the freezer. Okay guys, thanks for watching, guys. Please share this video. Thank you. Mwah.